Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome to Danny's Corner. I know I haven't been here for quite some time. Remember, I do have two channels, so uh, I can't make it all the time. But anyway, I am still uploading content, and that's great. Can you believe it? It's been a year since I started this channel, and just as I've gotten positive comments, I've also gotten some negative ones. And anyway, I will make a review of some of those comments at a later date. Today, though, I want to talk about a an incident that happened to me today, which really kind of shook me and tells me where society has gone, and why I don't travel alone as I used to. Today, I was on my way to pick up some food um, with one of my providers, and as we were waiting to back up to the parking spot, um, some person had walked by, and my driver had waved this person, and this person thought it would be a great idea to approach the car and try to get in, and that's exactly what she did. Before we both knew what was going on, this lady, we were parked, and this lady opened the back door. It's a van, so this lady opened the back door and proceeded to wanting to get in, and my driver turned around and said, "What's going on? I didn't tell you to get in. I just waved uh, whatever she waved. I'm not sure if it was hi or whatever. People are trying to be friendly toward you. It doesn't mean an invitation to, hey, come in into my car or whatever." And so it's a really disturbing thing to do. Now, yes, my provider should have kept the doors locked at all times, and this is why it's important for people to keep the doors locked to their vehicles at all times. Not a good idea to keep them open. Now, there's a safety mechanism which I thought it only worked on the front of the vehicle where all the doors are locked. I'm not sure if that's possible in the back. But anyway, if anybody can correct me on that, it's something that, again, it's really, really difficult to understand. On my way to this restaurant to pick up the food, one of the things that was told to me by my provider was the amount of destruction, property destruction or damage that there was on one of the buildings. Now, certainly, this is not the first time nor the last time that I will hear this. Um, it's amazing how much vandalism, how much damage vandalism has played a part, right? In these, I don't know, I would say 6 to 7 years. It seems like with each passing year, vandalism just seems to increase to the point where a lot of the establishments that I used to know are slowly closing, perhaps because more and more they're being vandalized for one reason or another. And the other thing, as I said, that I don't like going out is because you never know who you're going to encounter. And it's better to be with somebody who is sighted, who at least is able to give you some protection if something were to happen, than if you were to be walking alone with the help of a cane. The only other help we would have beyond a cane is if we were to have some martial arts experience. I don't know of too many blind people who have any martial arts experience for that matter, but I think in this day and age it would be great for people to have those kind of skills, especially because as a community, I believe that we are the most vulnerable, even more than the LGBTQ plus community or any other community for that matter. Because again, it's people that are certainly walking alone, and there's a lot of us in big cities, for example, Los Angeles, and we are scattered all over the place. And so, although you may not see us walking a lot, there are pockets of us in different cities walking alone, either with white canes or in wheelchairs, but there is certainly people who are all alone who can experience a violence when either traveling alone or either with someone. It brings me up to my last point that I wanted to make before I leave you guys. There was a viral video about a year ago, maybe a bit more, about a car that was blocking somebody from using the wheelchair ramp, and this became massive. I'm not sure whatever happened to that person who was blocking the ramp. I'm not sure if that got resolved, but it's something that definitely happens a lot. You know, people trying to use these spaces that are supposed to be for people who are wheelchair users, or people who may need these parking spots, and uh, they try to come off as if they have a disability when they don't. And so I do believe that there is a lot of abuse when it comes to misusing a lot of these resources, a lot of these things that have been put in place for people like me or for people who have other disabilities. And unfortunately, we rarely see consequences given to the people that abuse this type um, of services, of the resources that have been set aside for us. So yeah, it's unfortunate that these things have to happen. You know that we're being forced to be with somebody, enable for us to be protected in one way or another. And you know that goes into the other conversation where if we are with someone because of our own protection, is that person, whomever that may be, that third person, if we were ever to get into a confrontation with them, is that person going to talk to us or to the other person? And even if we were not getting into a confrontation with them, is that person going to be friendly towards us or as a person with a disability, or is that person going to be friendly or is going to talk to the other person who is accompanying us. So, yeah, it leaves a lot of things. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Just wanted to tell you that experience and just, some of the things that we have to deal as people with disabilities. And I'm sure the United States is not the only place that this happens. I'm sure this happens in other countries. So, thank you very much, and I will talk to you next time. Catch you later.